Among the most common sexual sins, pregnancy and abortion, all ugly sins, but in and of themselves, they're pernicious evils.
Anyway, enjoy the pie.
Travis doing a good song. So, the latest update is apparently that Valentine's morning, the cyber attack targeted my hard drive. And as the IT doctors were trying to transfer my files to another external drive device, the HD was too damaged, and it's been taking a week and still indicates another week, if not more, because of the damage. So it's unclear as to how much has been transferred. If there's stuff that I will not be able to recover. They said that it would require another company to do a recovery operation, and $500. So yeah, this was another pattern here. Right before the beginning of the latter days, I was cyber attacked, and still to this day have that external drive that has all of what I had obtained up until that point. As there are some files that did not get recovered, and I still have it. I just need somebody with the knowledge to retrieve it to help me out. But here we are in the right before the end of the latter days, and it's now been done to my laptop. So depending on which file type it is, depends on when the last transfer was and how much therefore was lost, depending on whether or not it got recovered in the transfer for this past week. It's sad that Mormons are Mormon in name only, that Mormons don't bother to study Mormonism, don't care to know about Mormonism, don't care to know the truth about their own history and the origins, and therefore only want to hear what's faith promoting. They don't want to hear anybody who actually does research and study and finds something that the church has been lying to us about. Mormons attack that person as the enemy. How dare you find out the truth? Which is disturbing on so many different levels, because I was born and raised in the covenant of the Brigham Young branch off of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I had one woman incite the mob on my channel, not knowing I hold all comments for review, saying that I'm a branch off of Brigham Young. I'm not of the true church. car theft in progress. Isn't that great? One of the dogs is trying to break away from the doggy prison. Oh, those poor dogs. It's just cell blocks. That's all it is. And then they have the shower blocks where they can get hosed down. So yeah, it's disturbing how Mormons fall for the church leaders ordering them to not study. That if they study, they're going to lose their testimony. They're going into deep doctrine. And they have no clue what faith is. No clue how the process is supposed to work. And so they are fooled into believing that Moroni 10 says read, ponder, pray. I mean, seriously, are you incapable of stealing a car? Do you suck that badly? Because eventually, or maybe they heard me and, oh, he's doing a video, let's make noise in the background. I've had those issues in the past. But I mean, to go to the extreme of trying to murder somebody, to silence them, to cyber attack, to get YouTube to cyber attack their own creators, just to silence me. Just all because the Book of Mormon itself shows that Mormons are illiterate. 1 Nephi chapter 1 verse 2, learning of the Jews, which means it's the religion of the Jews, it's the Christ of the Jews, it's the interpretation of the Jews. And oh my God, I'm going to stop this video and scream. And I've seen too many people out there working on their car as if it's some kind of a big mechanic shop. But, dear God. And so Mormons and Christians and Islamists, the major religions, over 4 billion over the whole earth, and they're all evil or just dumb, not understanding that the Bible that they all claim are theirs is not theirs. It's the Jews. Jewish authors wrote the Bible, and then Christians got a hold of it and tampered with it. Then Islam got a hold of it and tampered with it. And so now both Islam and Christians believe that the Ten Commandments is referring to their Christ. Not understanding and telling their people the truth that, hey, we're a violation of the Jewish law, that we've stolen their scriptures. Ten Commandments, yeah, we're now culturally appropriating that. That's now ours. Just those things that should be blatantly obvious to anybody who's not in the cult of brainwashing. And so I imagine those who are atheists from birth, laughing and mocking at religion for being so stupid. And so, it's just, you see in the Book of Mormon, Abinadi, they try to trap him in their questions to get him to confess that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is true. And he says, no, the Jewish commandments, guys. You claim to worship the Ten Commandments and you don't even know the Ten Commandments? You didn't know that? It's the learning of the Jews. What do you think Abinadi is talking about? Oh, Jesus, right. I mean, seriously, I gotta go find out what's going on. They decided to stop honking, and so they're gonna resume now that I've started up the video again. And so, yeah, the story of Jesus, that's not about the story of Jesus. It's the learning of the Jews, which means he's not real. He's a prophetic character of the future. And they give you the star dates of when the latter days are. And so, yeah, I'm able to know when the beginning of the latter days and the end of the latter days are. And yet I get dumbass Christians and dumbass Mormons who quote to me from Scripture as if I didn't know about it. No man knows the day or the hour. Get the hell off my channel, brainwashed apocalyptic zombie. You can't think for yourself, that you can't just study and figure out what's going on, that you're so illiterate that you have no clue about astronomy, that when you see Revelation chapter 12, you see the sun and the moon, and there's Virgo, and on her head, which would be Leo, there's 3 additional stars, and that the Virgo has Jupiter inside her womb, and then verse 5, which apparently even China missed, because China made t-shirts, because they knew about it. But, I mean, that guy, he got a whole bunch of, let me see if I can still find his video. Revelation 12. Sign in Heaven, 2017. Parable of the Vineyard. The Revelation 12 sign in 5 minutes, September 23rd, 2017. Alignment explained, what you need to know, and whoever the Parable of Vineyard is. He's got a couple of them. Another one, but 628,000. The other one he did, the Revelation 12 sign, in 3 minutes rather than 5 minutes. Prophecy of biblical proportions, 1.4 million. And so people know about this, Mormons. You know, and you just see Leo and Virgo. That's it. You don't see Ophiuchus with Saturn. That's God and his throne. I'm the one who figured that one out. And then there's Steve Siosoklachatina. I can't pronounce that. He doesn't do one. He just says he's doing a video about Revelation 12. Here's one. Jason Carroll. Revelation 12, 1-2. Sign occurred on September 23rd, 2017. And he has a very poor quality Stellarium program. And that was only 3 years ago. He's a little late on that one, Jason. And wait a minute, you may have heard of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction happening on Monday, the 21st of December, 3 years ago. But yeah, a month after the Great American Eclipse. Yeah, that's the first day of darkness. And nobody knows what it means. 14K for that one. And then here, 204K, Gospel Lessons. That's the Mormon. 3 years ago. Oops, you're late. Revelation 12 sign on September 23rd, 2017 is not what we thought. What did you think? Mormons don't think it was anything. You will be blown away at 5 o'clock in the evening. 1700 hours? What? Or 17 minutes in the video. So you ramble for 17 minutes before you talk about it? What? Revelation 12 sign, September 2017, part 2. The red dragon in Virgo censored? Oh my God. Was there a prophetic astronomic sign in 2017 by Sean O'Rourke, Prophecy Watchers? Here's September 23rd, 2017, Revelation 12, U.S. solar eclipse, signs in the heavens by Dabu77. That was 7 years ago. He's got the Stellarium program. And then here's one, who's trying to tell you that there's an actual woman in outer space. And she's able to breathe out in space. That's what Christianity teaches. And then 2024, 2017, eclipse, cross, sign from God. Judgment? Rapture? Tribulation? Here's what God showed me, as you spelled here's wrong. Truth, love, light. The great end of days matchup in the heavens to blow your socks off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rapture ahead. So that was 9 days ago. But 51K. All these people who are clueless. And so here we have the coming of the great red dragon and the great escape. The return of the king. And solar eclipse at her head. Oh, okay. It's actually there. That was the one we had in October. That's 9 months ago. It's not the great red dragon, dumbass. So, yeah, it's just, oh God. You know, people they know, but they just don't understand because they're still stuck with their Christianity, and it's making them stupid. But even Christians know that it happened, and there's lots of people who've seen it. And so yeah, that's my #1 video on this channel ever since, as I took a view over my whole time on YouTube on the analytics the other day, and yeah, it's just, that video just spikes up and then flatline all these years until finally I'm set free by leaving the West Valley apartment. That was weird. So once I get set up again at the shelter, my views begin to pick up. When that should have been these numbers way back in the beginning. If not even further, because of the attention that I was getting. I'm the only one who knows what it means, because that's my field. That's my ball court. And none of these other people are qualified to teach you the truth. Not even Mormons, that gospel lessons dude, who makes you wait until 17 minutes in. Which we can all just skip to 17 minutes and ignore what he's talking about, because none of it's going to be worth anything. He's not going to tell you that that's the beginning of the latter days. He's going to make something up that's faith promoting to his audience, that will convince Mormons the church is true, and somehow, because he doesn't, let's go find that again. Yeah. Revelation 12 sign on September 2017 is, no, he doesn't seem to, yeah, he doesn't. No, he uses, there's Leo and Virgo. He does not include verse 5. And you're going, well, yeah, but, Does he not even go to it? You're just listening? You just want itching ears? Seriously? You know you're not supposed to have itching ears. You know that scripture. Do you not understand that there's these things called footnotes? Revelation chapter 12. Look, 1a, Joseph Smith translation. Revelation 12, 1 to 17. Parentheses, appendix. Note the changed sequence of verses in the JST. This is exclusive Mormon church scripture knowledge that none of those Christians know about, and gospel lessons, the only Mormon to talk about it, other than me, can't get it right. And so yeah, either did I in the beginning. But having found the next verse, verse 3, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. Found it, December 17th, 2017. And so then I was stuck trying to find, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And so I'm like, oh man, how am I going to find that one? And it didn't take me long, because January 2nd, Monson dies, and there it is. And so, after that, then I'm going, okay, these are in order. Verse 5, and she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with the Book of Mormon. Right there, John, he says Book of Mormon. There it is, Mormons, in John the Revelator. There it is. And the church never gets to these lessons. They purposely make too many lessons so that every year when we do the New Testament, we never get to Revelation 12. It says right there, and she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with the Book of Mormon. And he and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. There it is, right there. Book of Mormon, right there in the text. Don't you believe me? It's right there. You're never going to check? You just said, no, I don't believe you. I'm not going to check. Nope, you can't make me check. I'm not going to check. It's not, doesn't say Book of Mormon. No, I don't believe you. Just like Joseph Smith, he says that Acts is precisely as it stands in our New Testament, that it's cut off. I'm not going to check. It's cut off because Joseph Smith says it's precisely as it stands in our New Testament. I'm not going to check. Nope, not going to do it. You're not going to trick me. And so, yeah, it didn't take me long to figure out as I went back, checking on the original sign in my Urim and Thummim, that, oh, there it is. God is Saturn, and throne is Ophiuchus. And sure enough, there he is. And so now ever since I found it, I made a new snapshot from outer space, and I've been putting it in the videos for you. And then went and saw the footnote and went, oh, it was there all along. But yeah, this is pathetic that this gospel lessons guy has 204K views and he has no clue what he's doing. He doesn't know. He's not an authority in the subject matter. I am. I'm the only one. and Mormons don't believe. And so Mormons continue to live in blindness. So let's get to Jasmine to comfort me. My Jasmine pacifier. And so Mormons defending Mormonism, not knowing Mormonism. How appropriate. I'm inspired. As Jasmine is now my love, she gets the most hearts from me now, surpassing Stanford, and there was others prior to Stanford. All of them have failed. Jasmine is now the heart of my life. It's a purple square with a white heart in the middle. That's what YouTube has designated it. And so we'll do the quick one first. She says, "Yay, me! I got to put the first thumbs up on this video." Well, no, but we'll make you think you did. YouTube, some months ago, switched and refused to count my views and to count my thumbs up, because I did the video where I explained that I have to watch my videos and put a thumbs up in order to trigger the algorithms to get other people to see my video. This is, if you have to commit a crime to protect the church isn't true, guys. Why can't you understand this? If you are that afraid of my information, the church isn't true. So all you're doing is proving the church isn't true. You're not proving the church is true. Yeah, you're covering me up from the rest of the world and rest of Mormons because you're the bad guy. You're lying and deceiving the Mormons, not letting Mormons know the truth. I'm willing to bet I can turn the dial on that camera. I am not going to experiment while I'm alive. And so, yeah, it will not show. They're purposely doing all they can to keep you from hearing my information. And it doesn't matter, Mormons have already made their choice. And I don't understand why people have to silence me for this. Why people have to cyber terrorize me and destroy my property and destroy my life. Can't you just let me be? Can't you just own it that you're the enemy? Why do you have to keep hiding? Using Lucifer's doctrine, calling it Jesus, when you replace the Jews. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stupid people out there who remain Mormon and who join the church, because that's all you're able to get are stupid, illiterate people who don't study. That's why you send out little kids teenagers on missions to emotionally guilt trip people into joining the church and pay the church money to make them rich. As you lie to them about everything and purposely withhold information until after they get baptized, and then it's too late. Gotcha! And so then retention collapses because Mormons find out that they got lied to in their conversion. And so James and Jasmine, I saved their lives. And I asked them for nothing in return, but they continually reward me with a Jasmine comment and Jasmine pictures and videos and music mixes. And she just does that normally. They're awesome people. So, yeah, I'm saving you for free, Mormons. And apparently only those who were never Mormon, who were approached by the missionaries, are the only ones I can save. And it's same on my mission, the Rincon family. Those were the only ones I converted to the church. And we had to get them back from Stephen Ames, our district leader, poached in our district and found them and was teaching them so that he can get his numbers and screw us over on our numbers. So yeah, James and Jasmine are my only conversions so far. Yeah, there's a handful of other individuals who were Mormon and now realize the truth. So hi guys. You're just not female. And I see my stats. They're good. It's always men that come to my channel. The women just don't want to hear about it. Women don't want to hear that they're being abused in the church relationship. Just like domestic violence, which is on the rise here in Utah. No duh, because you're in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And people keep warning about, women who get abused in their relationship and how they're so far gone thinking that they're to blame and not the husband who's beaten them. And so here you have the church, the patriarchal abuser towards women, and they think that the church is true, and you just don't understand them. They're good people. They're good prophets. They speak for Jesus. I'm the one who's a sinner. I'm guilty. And you have no clue of the danger that you're in. How much you've been abused. And women just will not come to this channel. The numbers are too low. So, I keep straying from Jasmine's comments. Hey Travis, I like the costume. Yeah, the Captain Marvel. He had issues. But that color is hideous. And so now she's backtracking. It's a guy thing, Jasmine. I look at Bree in her costume and yeah, I'm full of the Spirit. And I want to share my Spirit. And now it's illegal to share your Spirit in Alabama. It's murder. What is that? Fish. Somebody's cooking fish. Oh, breaded fish. Salmon. Oh, that is... Oh. I'm talking about Jasmine and I'm smelling fish. Dear God. And so Jasmine says she doesn't want her superpowers, but would definitely take her body in place of your... Jasmine, come on. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen Jasmine's body. I've seen her face. I've seen her body in different contorted positions. I have not seen a stand-up, full frontal view. Hint, hint. Do you have any, or do you need to take some more? But I did see a backside video in which she sent me a video of James picking her up and then dumping her in the pool. And so I okay. And then there's one where they're all curled up on a couch and they're saying, "Hey Travis," and it's in the dark. But other than that, no, I I don't know what you're... Well, I did... She sent me a picture of her holding the iron rod. But again, it's not it wasn't a stand-up, full frontal view. And just so that you know, Jasmine, that is my preferred photo for photo shoots. Is just the straightforward, seeing the whole woman in context, in the frame, full frontal. That's my preference. And so, no, I have not seen that of hers. But, yeah, come on, Jasmine. Come on. Can't compare yourselves to other women. You need to teach little girls this as they begin to grow up and blossom. She says, thank you for the picture. I sent you several. I sent you the replacement. Plus the one that I also did for the video. It was very nice of you, just like all the pics of me you do. Yeah, it's an art form, putting Jasmine's face on other women's bodies. Now I have to start doing TWG pics. As long as you keep putting in women with them. Did you get your PNG? Yeah, and I got the other one that you sent the original of after I sent you the other pics. Yep, so this was before that email that I sent you. And when do you get your laptop back? Yeah, I covered that in the beginning. The computer you are using now makes you look younger. It's the camera, brand new camera. Because when I first started on this computer, I had my older, I put it away, the one I was using in West Valley, and yeah, that sucks big balls of flaming fire, because it just keeps blurring on me. It's a 1080 and it decides, hey, I don't like your face, I'm gonna blur it. And so this one, it only has the curvature that goes on here, and so I notice my face also tends to be in that circular spherical camera image, so I'm kind of wondering if I can turn the nozzle and get something else to happen, but I'm not going to experiment at the moment. It makes me look younger, which is deceptive of you. Are you saying I'm old? Yeah, there's a God above, and he's trying to get women's attention. Because women are just so hard-hearted. Because that's the sad thing, is that guys are coming to my videos. Women are offended. They see pictures of women, Jasmine over the face of another woman's body, and they call it porn, and they won't watch my videos. Literally, porn. Oh, Mary and Martha, porn. Captain Marvel Jasmine in the background as a poster on the wall, porn. That's how evil Mormons are. Literally, because of the brainwashing of the church, Mormons think that any image of a woman is porn. That's how much the church abuses women, and women believe them. Oh, well, yeah, it's porn. I'm porn. I need to cover up and hide. And they have no clue that that's Lucifer's doctrine in the temple. And they all go to the temple. They all know Lucifer's doctrine. Cover up and hide. And yet, Mormon mom sentenced to life in prison. Ruby Frank, jailbait Mormon MILF. 38 views in 23 hours. It's now 24. Well, I just clicked on it, so it's 23. Here we have believing in Book of Mormon as prophecy and revelation, 57 views, 23 hours. And oh no, a woman. And I made an exclusive picture of this with Jasmine's face on her, so you haven't seen that one, just Jasmine. And then 45 views, the comment of Jasmine's. 45 views in one day. And so, even other pictures of another Christ. Who's this Emmanuel that we should know him? 40 views in one day. And so, yeah, the pregnant one of Jasmine, showing, as I hover over it, all the pregnancy pictures. There's 3 pregnancy pictures that are shown. Porn. Women are porn. Nelson with the red eyes, because Hunter Biden did it. And then Anya. Yep. Cute little Anya. My Facebook friend in 2014. And then there's Jasmine, the real Jasmine, sitting on the couch, taking a super sacred secret video of herself while James was in the back room working on something, and she had her dogs on her lap. Yep, that's the real Jasmine. And I'm sorry, Jasmine, you are cute. You are very cute. Sorry, I disagree with you. You're cute. You are not ugly whatsoever, because I see the real you in the video you sent there, and you're cute. Sorry. I'm calling you as a liar. You're a liar, Jasmine. You're cute. You're very attractive. So, yeah, and then there's that one Mormon girl, Lee, doing videos of why she left the church. Just, she's clueless on the bigger picture. And then Jasmine holding her spirit stick, the iron rod, with the angel that came to Joseph Smith. 74 views in 11 days. Porn. It's porn, Travis. Stop doing porn. It's addictive. It causes harm to children. We'd rather teach our children how to build a bomb than look at the image of a woman. Evil! And so she says in her next email, she will explain the night she met a Muslim woman wearing the full cover up and hide robe. And she saw that she took it off. Yeah, wow. Why didn't you send pictures, Jasmine? She was trying on dresses. And that would have been awesome too, to do a photo shoot of her trying on the dresses. Come on, Jasmine, perfect opportunity. Perfect opportunity. But yeah, Muslim women are not allowed to do that. She was being a naughty girl, violating the Muslim patriarchal abusers, trying on worldly Western dresses. But yeah, I agree with you. She's a wow. All women are wow. And so James says that she's Mercury, not Venus. Is it because you're petite, hot, and shaved of all fur? And she's saying that James thinks he's Uranus. Men who emasculate themselves. I see it all the time in elders' quorum. Every elders' quorum. Oh, my wife is so much more spiritual than I am. I'm low-life scum. She's so much better than me. I don't know why she married me. Come on, guys. All you had to do is study your scriptures. Line upon line, precept upon precept, and you gain intelligence. That's why Jasmine is more intelligent than every single Mormon. That's why she's a bright beacon of light. That's porn. And Mormons lack intelligence. You are a black hole, Mormons, and Jasmine is the brightest of brightest stars in the sky. Virginity is overrated? What? Blasphemy! Not really. Not really. No. Did you mean to say orgasms are not awful and they should have a few spirited ones? Because the way you put it, you said virginity is so overrated. I am sorry, Mormon women, but orgasms are awful. You should have a few spirited ones. Mormon women can't have orgasms. Second wife and my mom. Oh, dear God, nightmares. In Corona, 17 years later, well, 16 technically, because my mom had 17, Tabitha. They were trying to have another baby, as I'm beginning to get old enough to leave the home. And so my mom wants another baby around to control and dominate, because her oldest is rebelling and not letting her control him. And so she wants another baby to control. And so, yeah, I watch TV all the time. I learn from TV. And so, yeah, in the evening time after parents are in bed, I'm hearing thump, 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 thump. This is so awful, but it doesn't last long. And that's it, because that's what my parents' generation were told by the church. Sex is only for babies. No orgasms, no masturbation, no contraception, no blowjobs. And so, yes, what Alabama did is going to lead to criminalizing masturbation and blowjobs and they don't want certain people to have children, because this is where it's going to lead to next after that. After criminalizing sex, which 1984, has nobody seen the movies, let alone read the book? This is what religion is doing. And The Handmaid's Tale, I know people are watching that because everybody's talking about it when the new season comes around. And it's like the deep state Dems are helpless. Oh no, democracy is in danger. They're overthrowing Roe v. Wade. There's nothing we can do to stop them. What do you mean there's nothing you can do? And so now all these states are trying to get abortion on the ballot for this November. Sorry, there won't be an election. They're putting Trump on the throne on March 7th. 3rd month, 7th day. So the 3rd Nephi, 7th chapter, I just did this earlier today. I found out last night. The State of the Union. Read it. Verse 1. Here it comes. The church ordered it. And Trump will be put on the throne. And the deep state, dem states are going to say, oh, hell no, he's not our president. Which means they're going to have to take out Kamala also. And so Kamala will be on the left, and Johnson's going to be on the right when you're looking up at the podium. And somebody, either a progressive Islamic terrorist like Talib, is that her name? Or, a MAGA. And I'm going to laugh hysterically, even though as tragic and historical of an assassination it would be, if Mike Lee was the one to be the assassin, just like his third great-grandfather. But, wow. Talk about everybody hating the church after that. And wanting to destroy the church because one of their own has assassinated the president and vice president to make Trump the president. Because that's exactly what Johnson's going to do. He's going to hand over the keys to Trump if he becomes the one in line to be the president. That's what they're going to do. He went down to Mar-a-Lago to visit with him and then followed Trump's orders to purposely screw over the Democrats with the border bill. Yeah. Because then once Trump is president, all his court cases disappear. And those who sued, the prosecution, the judge, the people, bye. I see it. Nobody else sees it. Everybody else keeps saying, oh, he would never cross that line again. He's learned his lesson. He would never go that deep into evil. Why can't we just trust him? Maybe he'll learn. Oh my God. And so she likes the virgin, Jasmine. Yeah, you are so cute. But she was boring. What? Pregnant women are the hottest. Oh my God. Boring? Oh, dear God, Jasmine. And so, her question, after comedy ensues, she's kind of wondering why Mormons wouldn't challenge Brigham Young, as Brigham Young changed everything of Joseph's, because she reads over the Joseph Smith papers, guys. She's more intelligent than Mormons. And so she doesn't understand why Mormons weren't challenging Brigham Young and saying, hey, this isn't what Joseph Smith taught. This isn't what the Book of Mormon teaches. These are forged documents. They can't be by Joseph. Yeah, well, this is what I've been talking about, Jasmine. Brigham Young, you put him in chronological order of the events that occurred. 1844, in June, Joseph Smith is assassinated on the 27th. And the church is in chaos. Brigham Young had used his Danite money with his Danite doctrine of 1844, section 119, the priestcraft section. That was Brigham's. And so when Nelson brought out the Book of the Law right before Thanksgiving last year, that's all of the Danites and polygamous wives who paid Brigham Young. And he put it under the guise of being for the temple, because Joseph ain't dead yet when he started it. And so if Joseph Smith were to find out about it, Brigham Young can just say, well, it's for the temple. I'm collecting it for the temple, Joseph. Oh, okay. Well, where's the money then? Hand it over. But never got caught. And so Brigham Young would then go on to pay the Warsaw Lodge guys to come and assassinate Joseph. But Brigham Young made sure to have a backup plan. Willard Richards, John Taylor were sent to stay there to make sure that they died. And so then Brigham Young, in August, there's a general conference, sort of Mormons. What do we do now? And we can see the pattern of this when the day that shall burn as in heaven happens. If Nelson is correct that he is paid for an event to happen in the coming days before April 8th, this is what Mormons will do, is that they will gather together, and whatever leader survives will gather the Mormons into a conference and try to claim that he's now the leader of the church. And then there will be those Mormons who will say, oh, hell no, this isn't the right way. No, I need to be the leader because I have been given a visitation by Joseph who ordained me as the president of the church. The Mormon freaks are going to come out at night and try to claim, which is a historical precedent, because Mormons throughout time have all claimed, I'm the one mighty and strong. No, I am. And all of them are stupid. They all have to fulfill every single prophecy in order for it to be you. And it's not you. I know this, because I have done the checklist to find out who he would be. I found him, and you're not believing. He has to fulfill every single prophecy to be him, Mormons, and it ain't you. But nonetheless, this will be what happened. This is going to be the meeting that takes place after destruction of the church. And what do we do? Oh no, how do we lead? And should we build Zion here on the ruins of the Salt Lake Valley and become pillars of salt ourselves? And so yeah, where do we go? What do we do? Who's going to lead the church? Are we going to restore it? Or are we going to make it so that LGBTQ can go to the highest degree of the celestial kingdom? All these things are going to come out as the rest of the nation is going to descend into chaos and Trump will be put on the throne. And so this is what happened back in August of 1844. Brigham Young spoke, Sidney Rigdon spoke, and Lucy Mack, the mother of Joseph Smith, spoke. That was it. Section 107, verse 22 did not happen. The church ended because they did not do what Joseph Smith told them to do if Joseph were to be murdered or die. 107:22, right there. Plain and simple. The priesthood, Melchizedek priesthood, were supposed to vote for 3 people to be the president. Not 1. And if they want counselors, they can have counselors. But 3 presidents. Oakes and Irene are not supposed to be called president. They're counselors. They're supposed to be called First Presidency Counselor Oakes, First Presidency Counselor Irene, and technically the full title, First Presidency First Counselor Oakes, First Presidency Second Counselor Irene. Only Nelson is supposed to be the president, but he doesn't have the right keys to be president because that's verse 91 in section 107. It's like Mormons are just dumb. It's right there in their scriptures, and you won't look them up. And those who do look them up are condemned as evil Korah whores who need to be excommunicated. How dare you question the church? But it's in our scripture. And so everybody went their own way. There were those who followed Sidney Rigdon. There were Danites who went with Brigham Young and the polygamous wives, because the Danites under Brigham Young were the missionaries. They were the ones who went out and told people lies about the church. Hey, it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and here's the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ. Ignore the learning of the Jews. It's wrong. The author is wrong. We're correcting the author. Christian with Jesus. Yeah. And so you have a whole mass load of converts with the wrong name of the church, with the wrong interpretation of the Book of Mormon, because of the Danites. And so, because Brigham Young had a secret government and a secret religion and a secret economy, he was able to carry on and dominate. He had his Danites, his missionaries, and so he put himself into a favorable position to dominate and militarily take over. And so Sidney Rigdon had to go. James Strang had to go, even though James Strang claimed that he had a paper from Joseph Smith saying that he's supposed to leave the church, and that he also found some ancient plates and had actually translated them and provided the translation of the plates with showing the plates. And so, yeah, there were some people who went and followed him because they believed that Joseph Smith really found plates, that it's not a vision, and thus got deceived. And so you're going to have those Mormons whenever this event comes. As Nelson says, it's going to be early this year, even though they took it to the last year because they failed in 2020. And so Brigham Young finishes up the Nauvoo Temple, forces Mormons to keep paying those who stay and follow him, thinking that that's the name of the church and that's the Book of Mormon and another testament of Jesus, and changes the design on the outside to put the inverted pentagram of Lucifer on it. And so he dedicates it on the anniversary of the Illuminati of the inverted pentagram on May 1st, 1846. But he cheated in that he received his second anointing to become king in the Nauvoo Temple in January before it was dedicated. That's a faux pas in Mormonism. You can't do anything until you're dedicated. That's why this is a complete and utter failure for Nelson to not have the temple finished for this April conference, let alone the palace and the throne. Utter humiliation. Which could explain why he's now bailing on us early before April conference. And it is just too easy to mock evil. Lucifer. Who would have thought that I would be going up against Lucifer in the latter days? And that literally Isaiah is right. So let's go over that. I mean, to hell with how long this video is going to be. Well, Isaiah is 14, right? Yep. Verse 15. After how art thou fallen, O Nelson. That was just hilarious last year. Oh my God, how could you guys miss those videos? I know understand James and Jasmine, they came later. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Isaiah is prophesying here, guys, in case you didn't know, Mormons. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof? Isaiah is prophesying that Nelson is the cause of Armageddon and the destruction that is to come, using your tithing money to pay the Judas price. Just like the chief priests paid Judas to betray the Christ, just as Judah received money for the sale of his brother Joseph. That opened not the house of his prisoners. That's you, Mormons. Would not let you go. Let me go. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one to his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, Mormons or kings, because thou hast destroyed thy land, Salt Lake Valley, and slain thy people. Mormons. You're not catching this, Mormons? I know you're not listening anymore. You don't believe. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, the Danites who follow him, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor will the face of the earth with cities. Danites must not exist on the face of the earth. They must be completely cut off to save mankind. And cut off Babylon, the name and remnant and son and nephew. Rise up against them. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction. Salt Lake Valley, guys. Salt Lake Valley. So is Isaiah wrong, Mormons? Is he a false prophet? Remember, think carefully on this. He's plagiarized in the Book of Mormon. And so, Brigham Young fled the country. He purposely made Mormons to be the butt of jokes and the enemy of the people with his Danites warring against America. Set up Mormons to be destroyed by the nation, the United States, and fled the country, abandoned the Mormons. The parable of Joseph Smith, section 101, verse 51. Joseph Smith is a prophet. It came to pass. But it's a dual prophecy of Nelson. And Nelson just announced he's going to flee you, Mormons, and you're going to die, as I just read to you from Isaiah. And so he murdered the native Indians in the land here in the valley and established his kingdom of Deseret. July 24th, 1847. which the state of Utah officially recognizes as the founding of Utah every single year, even though that's not when it became a state in the Union. They do not acknowledge that one. And so Mexico seceded the land in 1848, the very next year. And so it became American territory instantly. And so they held, Brigham Young held a super sacred secret constitutional convention. No. I just did the video on this not too long ago. And had decided that they were going to call it the State of Deseret to try to trick the United States into letting them keep their kingdom, as he had already claimed the whole western United States. But the United States had other plans and designated the territory as Utah territory, and excluded California and some other portions from that. And yet, as I read over, Brigham Young didn't realize that he was appointed governor of the territory, because at least the United States recognized that Brigham Young had already established himself in the land, and so he thought, oh, okay, well, since he's already there and he's the leader, let's make him the governor. And so he finds out later that he was designated as the governor. And so he was demoted from king to be governor, as they were trying to claim that they were going to try to make it so that they are a state and just fool everybody. And so, no, it didn't work. And so then governor after governor after governor after governor is chased out or murdered by Brigham Young. And then 1849, realizing that he's losing his kingdom, he then begins the Perpetual Immigration Fund, which is human trafficking, of all the Mormons he had wrongfully deceived about the name of the church of Joseph Smith. And that's why they didn't know that he was going against Joseph Smith. They're illiterate, apparently. And so they were the ones who were poor, who did not go with Brigham Young and his rich, paid for by tithing, Vanguard Company that came to the valley first. And so now Brigham Young is going, okay, this is now phase 2 of my plan. Now that the United States is claiming my kingdom, I need to get my kingdom back, and so I need to build up an army. And so he now goes to traffic those Mormons who didn't get to go in the first wave. He's now calling them to Zion and the kingdom, to take back the kingdom from the United States. And they have to work off the loan that got them to the valley here, thus human trafficking. And with polygamy in 1852 at the Pulpit of Conference, with his Adam as Heavenly Father talk, it was also sex trafficking, as women were being brought to the valley for polygamous marriages. And the missionaries were going out still to convert other women to be their wives in polygamous marriages. And so the Mormons, when they get to the valley and they're told in 1852 that they're supposed to be practicing polygamy, they're going, well, the Danites are already marrying all the women, and we'll go out on missions, get your own wives. But the Danites, they sabotaged them. Gave them a commandment that can't be obeyed on purpose, to keep them under control. And so Mormons have constantly been abused sexually with the bishops and the bishops' interviews. And so, yeah, all of this ties in together here of what Brigham Young did for his kingdom. And so Mormons to this day don't fully know the abomination of Brigham Young. Even his brothels have been kept a secret by the whole state of Mormonism, as they, not too many years ago, uncovered the original wall paintings on that Regent Street brothel in downtown Salt Lake, as they were purposely going to remodel that whole area for modernization and destroy it and remove it from history so that nobody would ever know that Brigham Young had a brothel, where little teenage girls were the whores in that brothel, who were ones who were raped and thus kicked out of their family. And Mormon women won't listen to me. And I had that Mormon woman, after talking about my first wife turning to prostitution, and she blames me to justify her being a prostitute. That's how abominable Mormons are. They are so far gone that they have no concept of what a crime is unless it's committed against them. So, yeah, and that's what happened, Jasmine, in short. And so, yeah, and my little list. I purposely wanted a girl. In the process of conceiving, I was going, I want a girl. I want a girl. And I'm the one who designates the sex. So yes, Clayton, yeah, I want a boy. I want a boy. It's magic. What I want, I get. Right, Jasmine? Full. You most likely are going to miss this video, aren't you? I gotta wait till Sunday, and so this will be buried, and you'll never see it.